My name's Dudit, so no builds and stuff, and today I want to show you how to survive Master Crota. With Renewal Grasps and Dustfield Grenades, you are going to be able to tank so much damage. Look at the state of this, absolutely crazy. You can sponge 1, 2 heavy attacks, up to 4 or 5 heavy attacks, even when you're at red bar. You can sponge them with that resist ×3 and ×2 at the bottom. Really good for Master Crota, especially if you find you and your team dying a lot. This is going to protect you and your team. And also, I will be showing you the Navigator with Woven Mail, how to stack some serious damage reduction with Woven Mail and Renewal Grasp, so stay tuned. I'm going to break it all down. The first part of the sort of mini build is Renewal Grasps. Your Dustfield Grenades have a much larger effect radius. Allies inside the Dustfield take reduced damage, and targets inside the area deal reduced damage on top of that as well. So you get damage reduction and you stop the enemy's damage to output as well. So whilst inside the Dustfield Grenades slowing field, enemies deal 50% less damage and 20% in PvP, and allies are granted 25% and 5% in PvP damage resistance. So they're very good. And once you've got one of these, this is just me and my friend standing. He's also running Omnioculus, which is another good chess piece to run as well. Give you that damage reduction when you go invisible. But look at this, it's going to protect me and my teammate, not just myself, for your full team as well. Obviously you are the main sort of wielder of the Dustfield Grenades, so you do sponge a little bit more, but you do stop your teammates dying a hell of a lot with this setup. So even if you've just got one of these on your team, you're going to be able to protect yourself and your teammates. Look at that, really noticeable damage reduction. If you've done Master Crota, you will soon know that you will literally get hammered by his attacks, especially we're not even inside a well. Don't forget in this as well, you'll know that you really can't take 2 or 3 shots like that. You're barely very lucky if you can sponge 2 on the trot, but again, no well, and you can see here the damage reduction is absolutely crazy, really good. Now again, this is just me and my friend, so if you've just got one of these builds on your team, you are going to help your teammates out even more. We wasn't actually trying to kill Crota in this clip, we was just literally trying to sponge some shots inside the well, outside the well and things like that, and every one of my teammates said it was really noticeable. So if you could just get one of these Dustfield Grenades like so, make sure your teammates are in that and it's got a massive radius with the Renewal Grasps. You are obviously really going to help your teammates out, especially when the times where the well has just been destroyed or something like that. It really does make a big difference. Another thing with Renewal Grasps, obviously you could just use it for just actual survivability, like so when you swap in the chalice, something like that. Get one of these Dustfield Grenades down, protect yourself, protect your team. Nice easy swaps, clean, crisp. Look at that, you'll see the damage I take from Crota. It is barely noticeable. It is really good. And then obviously you can stick Lament on there as well for the healing, but it's not necessary, it's just an option. Now another thing I want to show you as well is with the Navigator, firing this weapon at an ally or at a target for a period of time is going to grant you Woven Mail. You can actually stack Woven Mail and Renewal Grasp damage reduction at the same time. I did a video on this last season, which I will link in the video description, but it's just another option. Maybe you could fire the Navigator at your teammates as well before going into damage. It's just another option, like I said, but some serious damage reduction. This is pretty much the video. I'll leave a dim link, but I'll also go through all my fragments and mods in a moment as well, because some of the fragments are really important and so are the mods, so stay tuned for that. The 2 aspects are Touch of Winter. This enhances your Dustfield Grenade slow field size and creates a small stasis crystal on impact. Now the fact that it creates a small stasis crystal on impact is really important because of some of the fragments that we use. Also run Grim Harvest, because every time you defeat a slowed or frozen combatant, it's going to create stasis shards. This is really good as well, getting your melee back. I'll tell you why in a moment. Whisper of Change, while you are near frozen targets or friendly stasis crystals, you take reduced damage. That's why I mentioned about the crystal. Whisper of Durance, you really need this one on, because that makes your Dustfield Grenade last for 10 seconds instead of 5. Now Whisper of Shards, again, that's why I mentioned the crystal. Shattering Stasis Crystal temporarily boosts your grenade recharge rate, so you get more Dustfield Grenades back. Whisper of Hedrons is a really good one. This dramatically increases your weapon stability, aim assist, airborne effectiveness, mobility and resilience. Plus 60 recovery, that one gives you, it's absolutely crazy. And then Whisper of Torment, you gain grenade energy each time you take damage from targets. So that is the Fragments. Here's my mods. I just want to focus on my arms a little bit because this is just a little way to get loads of grenade energy back. 2 impact inductions, causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. So 2 of them is really good. You can obviously get your melee back very easily on a hunter. Bolstering detonation grants class ability when you cause damage with a grenade. So that set of mods basically enables you to get big chunks of grenade energy like so. If you just keep an eye on my Dustfield grenade here, all I'm going to do is hit him with 1 melee and you get about 25% of your grenade back. So that is just an absolutely massive bonus in my opinion. Just hitting something with a melee, massive damage, massive grenade recharge rate back, sorry. Reaper, every time you use your class ability, your next weapon spawns an orb. Double bomber, which is absolutely perfectly with the impact induction. Every time you dodge, you gain grenade energy. So that paired with your arm mods, you get loads of grenade energy back. Your solar surges, arc weapon or void surges, whichever one you want. Recuperation replenishes health, or you could even run innovation, reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb. Really good. On the arms, which we've already gone over, double impact induction and a bolstering detonation. On my helmet, these again are interchangeable. Solar, arc, whatever weapon you're using, siphons, and then heavy ammo finder, 1 or 2 of them to double it up. And you can just mix these up, whatever weapons you're running, like I said. And then the last one I want to show you is a chest piece. I found this mixture is the best against Crota, especially concussive dampener, one of them. And then double arc resistance against Crota is too good for me. I know a lot of people run melee resistance and things like that, but in my experience I found this definitely the best. Double arc resistance and a concussive dampener. So as I mentioned earlier on as well, I did this video last season. I will link that also in the video description, so check this out if this interests you as well. Just stacking woven mail basically with Renewal Grasp, and you can literally sponge ridiculous amounts of damage with this as well. Another one to mention is probably the Stag. Warlock is also pretty good as well. The Stag helmet gets underrated in a lot of content in my opinion. That could be also excellent for Crota. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let us know what you think. Have a great day.